Anyone from the Windy City will say there are two Chicagos. The one with a thriving downtown, historic ballparks, and world-renowned architecture. And the other that tourists rarely see.
We've received a tip and some possible weapons, shanks on a tier. Anytime you hit the tier, it lets them know that our information is constant. So no matter what they try to do, we have the ups on them.
Only by planting eyes and ears inside the jail system and out on the streets can authorities battle gang violence.
I got about 20 good informants where they call me every other day.
Hey, I'm around the corner.
These guys here believe me. They can inform me of everything.
See, he's flagging me down, right? So you took a friend to this guy's residence.
To get a 3.5.
What's 3.5?
8 ball.
8 ball of cocaine?
You got guys that make a living, informants that make a living. This is their job.
This is a big sting right here. I got something big.
But as police take down one stash house after another,
Movement on the second floor, movement on the second floor.
Watch those windows, Boots.
even their best informants can't always be trusted.
It's odd that no one's in there. It's odd that nothing's in there.
Somehow they got tipped off. I don't know how.
You ever worked with the police before or no?
It's 4 p.m. and the beginning of a long night for members of the Criminal Intelligence Unit at Chicago's Cook County Jail. Investigators Drake Carpenter and Adrian Sandoval are signing up a new street informant, whom we'll call Nico, to protect his identity. After getting out of jail on bond, Nico applied to work with investigators as an SOI, or source of information, in exchange for money.
This will be his SOI pack, and we'll get all his vital information here. His name won't exist on anything. He's been officially given a number. This number will go with him from here on out. We're also going to give him the opportunity to pick a name. That name will be used when he gets paid.
Nico's off to a promising start already. He's provided them the address of an alleged drug ring on the city's northwest side. Police have made 29 arrests at the house in the past.
I mean, there's even a rape charge that came out of that property also.
As Sandoval looks up the prior arrests, he comes across a major player.
This guy's a high-ranking land lover.
Yeah.
He stays there?
Guys in there, in and out, running in and out.
Holy cow.
I see him all the time.
He's on the Latin lover charge.
But that isn't the only offender tied to the residence.
All these individuals have been arrested at this address one point or another. We have the rap sheets for all of them.
Even though Nico says he's bought cocaine at the house before, he can't confirm who the ringleader is.
See, they make him wait by the front. He has to use a connection, and the connection goes through the gate. The only issue is that we don't really know who the target is at this time. So hopefully we can set up enough surveillance so we can see who's coming out to serve this guy at the door, or, you know, see what apartment he's going into or whatever.
The plan is to send an undercover officer there to buy drugs with Nico. That way, they hope to identify the dealer and then build a case for a search warrant.
Showing up with a guy wouldn't be nothing, right? Okay. Now, you don't see what apartment he goes to? You don't ever get...
This time I'll walk with him.
You're gonna walk with him?
Yeah. And tell me, he might tell me, no, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, wait. But I can still see everything.
Right. Or even, you know what, I mean, anybody, I could walk down the street.
Yeah, normally.
I'll fit right in.
Right in.
You know, I'll throw on a hat or whatever and just walk right down the street like I'm going home from work.
That's it.
And try to get a direct eyeball as he's approaching the house. This is the actual property, but it doesn't look like this anymore. It's got a 6-foot wooden fence all the way around the property, so it's gonna make it a little harder. Now you have a steel gate in the front, like a security gate, and a security gate in the back.
You don't got no minicam?
Huh?
A little minicam?
Who, on you?
Yeah, I'll put it on.
You watch so much TV, but that would be nice.
I love this.
Before Sandoval and Carpenter go any further, they need to find out the gang affiliations and ranks of each of the men connected to the house.
We got to check some charts just to make sure we identify the potential risk on these guys. I mean, it's always high risk, but it's just so we know what we're getting into.
This guy, I think, is on the chart. Is he familiar to you or no?
I'll look him up.
All right, Latin folks, maniacs or whatever, that's what this guy said. Lovers or maniacs, maybe. But just run them on portholes, see if anybody comes up self-admitted.
Okay.
Love you.
The background checks confirm that at least one of the known offenders belongs to the violent Latin lovers street gang.
That's why I remember his name so much. His name came up a lot. And they don't have a lot of guys. For him to be on that chart,
No, that's easy.
he's got rank for him.
Together with the Cook County Sheriff's Police, Sandoval and Carpenter coordinate the first of 2 undercover buys at the target house. Each buy must happen under police surveillance, and officers have to complete at least 2 narcotic sales at the location in order to get a search warrant.
All right, they're out of the car.
There you go, right there.
Sandoval and Carpenter watch an undercover cop arrive to score cocaine from the dealer. But they aren't the only ones doing surveillance. At least 2 other unmarked sheriff's police cars are in the vicinity with officers watching.
He's taking a long time. I thought it'd be faster, right? I don't like it.
After several minutes, the first buy is over.
There it comes.
When you pull out, go that way.
Go that way?
Yeah, go that way.
Investigators debrief at a nearby parking lot. They've now eyeballed the dealer, a known target in their records, and made a successful purchase. The undercover officer goes back to make the second buy a while later.
We are good to go. We'll go ahead and write the search warrant up and start making plans to execute it.
Both times tonight, police also identified an armed lookout man and a pit bull outside the residence, which means there's probably a large stash of drugs and money inside.
This is a big stain right here. I got something big.
Yeah, this is decent. It's looking decent right now.
Yeah, guys.
Don't count your chickens.
Right.
You know before they had it.
The next step for Sheriff's Police is to do more surveillance of the house before they launch a raid. And the CIU's informant says he wants to set up yet another narcotic sting for them soon.
The guy really wants to help you, he's got to want to do it. And then once you find a guy like that, you got to take advantage, you got to mold him. Once you get a guy that can listen to you, follow some direction, yet stay in his own natural element, that's the most important thing.
Coming up on The Squeeze,
Throw somebody's body in a lagoon, you'll never find him.
one of the CIU's longtime informants leads them to a stash spot. And later,
It's not personal, this is business.
Yeah, I know.
You understand?
authorities gun for the target that Nico provided them.
Please don't open the door!
Yeah, man, the county real f***ed up, man. Yeah, let me get it on camera.
Chicago's Cook County Jail, home to 10,000 inmates. For many first-timers here, county is a rite of passage.
They get here, and instead of saying, man, I screwed up, it's like, man, I finally made it. I'm a man now, I went to county jail. Either I made it out and got beat up, I got to beat somebody up. It's a story they tell.
Some individuals actually come into the institution and gain more contacts, more insights, more avenues for their criminal enterprise.
But county is also where accused criminals are at their most vulnerable because their cases haven't gone to trial yet. If they have useful intel, they might try to get a plea bargain with the state's attorney's office. And that's how the Criminal Intelligence Unit, or CIU, finds willing informants.
All you have to do is You utilize one thing, and that's patience.
The CIU has cultivated hundreds of jailhouse informants, and some of them continue working for money after they get out. Today, investigator Franco Doma arranges to meet a longtime source nicknamed Washington outside city limits. They first began working together when Washington was locked up on a gun charge.
He was known to sell narcotics, have guns on him, shoot at people. I like a challenge, you know what I mean? Knowing that we've been having problems with him in the past, I figured, let me give this guy a chance. What can he tell me? Like, he's provided wealth of information during his incarceration by providing me with knives, you know what I mean, shanks. At no time did he lie to me. This is a good informant. I have 5 great informants, and he's probably my best. Because not only does he tell me about the drugs, he tells me about the violence, potential for shootings, and violence in the inner cities of Chicago or in the suburbs. Hey, I'm around the corner. Bye-bye. See him in the black right there coming? See, I gotta be very, very eased up here because you can see there's a lot of activity in this area. And I gotta provide safety for him. As he's walking, he's looking around. You know, he's looking around for his safety. You know what I mean? Because people are at him. He's looking to the left, to the right. And once he makes eye contact with me, I'm gonna pull into an alley. See, he's flagging me down, right?
What's up, buddy? What's going on?
You wanna go to a location where we can debrief? Sandoval, stay there, Sandoval, I'm coming. Stay right there, I'm coming by the ballpark. All right, 10-4?
Yeah, 10-4. I went to South.
How you doing, buddy?
Okay.
How was your week?
That's okay.
You work?
For several years now, Washington has provided reliable intel about drug operations and potential gang hits. He receives a paycheck in return, and the bigger the bust, the bigger his reward. The purpose of today's meeting, to identify potential targets for search warrants.
Remember the house that you gave demons?
All I know, he said plenty of coke, plenty of weight. I just been there twice. Last time I've been there was like two weeks and a half ago.
So you took a friend to this guy's residence?
To get a 3.5.
What's 3.5?
An 8-ball.
An 8-ball of cocaine?
Hard.
I've been hard with this kid. When I mean hard, where you at? You better stay out of trouble. You understand me? Yes, sir. You treat me like a dad, you know what I'm saying? Because if I wasn't around, he'd probably be back in the jail.
I'm always telling if not, I'll catch you. Because believe it or not, the hell I tell him he already know, or he gonna find out anyway. Make a left.
Where the bus turned?
Y'all gonna be real quick. I'm gonna show y'all the house.
It's off at Division?
Yeah, it's right here on the corner. I'm actually gonna point it out, but let me see how this area like here.
Yeah, there's guys out here, so be careful.
Investigator Doma and his informant drive by an alleged drug house to scope it out. Doma will later debrief the sheriff's police about setting up an operation there.
1,000 feet from a school. And
you got a daycare right there too.
That's even better. We need informants for survival. You have to trust your informant, you gotta keep him close. But I keep telling him, the number one thing is, if you tell these guys, is your safety is my key. Forget about a dope dealer, because everybody sells drugs, correct? I need him out there for the violence. If something happens in this town, I'll put him out there and I'll tell him, hey, shorty, find out what happened. You think he's not gonna come back and tell me what happened?
Solving murders, and better yet, preventing them, takes top priority at the jail as well. CIU investigators have received a tip about mounting gang tensions at Division 6, a medium security building which houses several dozen teenage inmates. Their informant, who lives on the problem deck, warns them that a large-scale showdown is imminent.
You gotta prove yourself when you come here. This is where you see who's gonna run when it hits the fan and who's gonna stand and fight.
Division 9 at Cook County Jail. The emergency response team acts on intel from the CIU and hits a maximum security deck to search for shanks and other homemade weapons.
The officers out on the street, when they lock these individuals up, they're referred to as a menace to society. They eliminate their problem. When they come in here, that's when our day begins.
The raid turns up evidence of shanks in the making.
What they're doing is melting down the plastic from the bottles. Then they use this to mold it until it gets hard enough and to turn into a shank. So here's the officer seeing them through the chuck hole, unwrapping what they had and flushing the toilet.
It's not enough evidence to charge anyone, but authorities believe they've averted a possible assault. For now.
We've got 1,500 people in here that are charged with murder. We got another 1,500 that are charged with attempt murder. So you've got probably close to 3,000 people that would, at any given moment, take anybody's life.
I got a whole library of incidents that happened this year.
You know, if you got a question about a guy's gang affiliation, yeah, this video will help you figure it out.
They're getting ready to hit him on the phone there.
That's them right here, right?
Yep.
That's them right there.
There he goes.
Here he goes.
You have 40, 50 guys on one tier that are killing each other out in the streets, and you expect them to get along. You know, eventually tempers fly, and that's when we end up having our stabbings or fights in here.
CIU members and corrections staff face danger around every corner. 161 fights and 34 stabbings took place here in 2008. Today, investigators Sandoval, Carpenter, and Busio will assist with yet another tier search. They'll be looking for weapons and contraband on a deck of teenage inmates.
We've received some intelligence that two rival gangs are having some difficulties right now, and that they were going to attempt to send the deck up, start a large-scale fight at REC today. We've called our ERT, emergency response team, and together we're going to run in on the deck. We're going to just go to the window like we're just filming in there. Of course, kids are going to be kids. They're going to come to the window. They're going to be on the camera doing all this stuff. ERT is going to hit the tier from the rear, coming from behind them, so you'll get a good shot of the actual rush in while we're out front.
What's up, buddy?
Over here, get on the wall. Get on the wall.
You don't understand, look at the wall, big fella. Maybe you looking for some work. I got what you need. All you got to do is act like you don't want to do for what you're being told to do, gentlemen.
All right, pay attention. This is a Cook County Department of Emergency Service. These searches are done for your safety. At this time, look at nothing but the wall in front of you. If you turn around for any reason, you are not following instructions. Comply with all orders.
I will take away everything that you hold dear in this jail. That includes visits. So calm down.
Scoot back a little bit. Scoot back. Scoot back.
Yeah. So what you got here, common area. They know they can't really get in trouble for this. And then shank wrapped up here in a bed sheet. You got one more in the shower here, poker style. That poker is what you normally see when a guy goes out of here. He's not breathing. It's because somebody hit one of them straight pokers and left it all the way in, or pulled it out, could hit a lung. Pull it out, it's over. We've seen it, both of us have seen it.
Coming in here today and doing this probably saved one of these kids' lives.
Yeah, the intelligence is right on point so far. So hopefully we'll find some more here, maybe stashed under the tables or in these cells. You guys are definitely ready to rock, I can tell you that.
Look at their gym shoes. They're on tight. When the gym shoes are laced up, they're ready to go. If they're not, normally they're wearing shower shoes or whatever, so if you get a good close-up with the gym shoes, you know that any minute this tier was gonna go.
Unbeknownst to these young inmates, Eric Busio recruited an informant among them. That's how he learned about the trouble brewing on their deck.
What happens is guys who come in here 17, 18 years old, first case, you gotta prove yourself when you come here. A lot of times this is where your reputation begins. You do something in here, this will leak out into the street too, so when you get out, we heard what you did when you were locked up, you're a beast, or we heard you ran, or we heard you snitched, or we heard this. It all follows you.
The burden falls on investigators to keep the conflicts down, so they're always mining intel from everyone they come across. Busio leans on a detainee who's not his informant.
The deck is one. Y'all know everybody gonna go on lockdown for this shank thing. You need to find out for me who had them thumbing. Find out who had them, and I can get these motherfuckers out of here. This is 6, man. Why is anybody trying to look for a case?
Once investigators determine who made the shanks, they'll either charge the inmate in court, or they'll use it as leverage to turn him into an informant to solve other cases.
Good job, Boots.
You happy now?
Good job, you really came through in the clutch.
For now, Investigator Busio can enjoy a momentary victory.
Until today, I was regretting bringing you upstairs. I'm sorry, man.
We had your transfer papers.
We had your transfer paperwork.
You're about to be ass out, man.
Anything for you is upstairs, though, man. You jump on a shoebox, you're upstairs.
Wow.
Oh, man, that was good, man, for real.
The culture of violence inside the jail mirrors the brutality of the streets, especially on Chicago's west and south sides. According to investigator Doma, a 9-year veteran of gang intel, his approach to working the streets is similar to what he does inside county.
This is like the jail. This is a division for me. This is Division 9. I have to have the same concept. You have to have informants for survival. In law enforcement, your brain has to work 24 hours. I'm always thinking long term, what can I do to make this a better, safer environment? How can I control the violence? Now I'm gonna take you past real fast. An area known for narcotics and violence. This is called Washington Park. Gangbangers, they got nowhere to congregate. Where am I gonna hang out? The best place to go into a park, right? Sell illegal narcotics, shootings, homicides here at night. There's a lagoon, throw somebody's body in a lagoon, you'll never find them.
Chicago Mayor Richard Daley proposed hosting the 2016 Summer Olympics at Washington Park, among other venues. This South Side neighborhood, where nearly half the population lives in poverty, once swelled with slum-like housing projects. Much of the city's public housing has been demolished in recent years, but a few high-rises remain, including those at Cabrini Green on the north side. Thousands of gang members have grown up in these projects, only to wind up at Cook County Jail and then state prison.
Watch your face.
Yeah, I know him.
Oh my God, see the guy with the hat on? He's on the hierarchy chart, man. Remember those little charts that we put on the wall, those 8 pages? All out of here. Gotta know who everybody is.
With his informant's help, investigator Doma has identified dozens of drug and firearms traffickers over the years.
The people that he can target are the key players. You can get everybody in a conspiracy case. This kid here can do multiple people.
And today, they've eyeballed several alleged drug houses for the sheriff's police to investigate. Washington stands to make a percentage off any narcotics that police seize later. It's all in an afternoon's work.
Where do you want me to drop you off at?
Right here.
I got about 20 good informants where they call me, and every other day, but they are tremendous informants. Oh, hurry up. You gotta care for them, because they're going out risking their lives for me. I'll see you. It means a lot.
Coming up later on The Squeeze,
There was a lot of fucking business coming in and out of that place.
Washington's intel sends police after one of their most elusive targets yet.
This guy's a high-ranking land lover.
Yeah.
He stays there?
Guys in there, in and out, running in and out.
Soon after, investigators Adrian Sandoval and Drake Carpenter recruited a new informant called Nico, they began building a case with his intel. They've identified an alleged drug ring on Chicago's northwest side with ties to the Latin lovers gang.
And they got guns in their house.
They do have guns?
Because they upped the strap on me like, what, 6 months ago.
That's huge.
Together with the Cook County Sheriff's Police, they've made undercover dope buys at the dealer's house.
There you go, right there.
Now they've obtained a search warrant, so it's time to take the target down.
Behind you or Eddie, the last guy?
He's gonna be the last guy.
I'll be behind you.
Make sure everybody's got their med kits. Here's our primary breach door right here. This is the known that we have.
There's a great distance between that front gate and the house. The house is set right on the alley.
Slap in your mags. Check your partners now, make sure they're set. You guys good? You guys good over here, sir?
That looks like a pit there to me. These, I don't know. So the plan is to distract these dogs to the front. What we want to do is get in that house before those dogs are able to get back. The point is to get everybody in here safely and execute the search warrant.
Who's ever getting in my truck, let's go.
As night falls, Sandoval joins a caravan of vehicles heading to the location. 16 HBT members plan to storm the house, while 9 other officers from the Sheriff's Police and CIU provide backup.
Get ready.
All right, Jay, we are eastbound in the alley. Eastbound in the alley.
Looks like dogs are in the house. Dogs are in the house. We have someone in the doorway.
House. This is in the house. We're the police, okay?
Watch those windows, Boots. We got the bag.
Shut up, lights upstairs.
Movement on the second floor. Movement on the second floor.
They got movement on the second floor.
Yeah, shut off the lights up there, too.
Running all around.
Within minutes, police breach the front and back of the house and secure the first floor. Then they set off the diversionary device and take the second floor.
You see the lights upstairs?
We're good.
With 10 people and several dogs inside now under control, investigators look for their target, but he's nowhere to be seen. Instead, they find his brother, his teenage son, and several guest boarders hiding upstairs. They place the target's brother in custody and begin their search for drugs and guns.
Hello? Who is this? You don't know who it is? Oh, this is the police. Yeah, we're in your house right now doing a search warrant. They don't want to talk to me.
Authorities recover 20 grams of cocaine sitting in plain sight, and they put the squeeze on the target's son to find out where his father is. The teenager, who's known to brandish a gun around the neighborhood, clams up.
You been to county before? How old are you? You know what happens to 17-year-old boys in the county non-affiliated? You don't know? You don't watch TV? Bad stuff happens to 17-year-old non-affiliated boys. Because you say you're not gangbanging, right? You're not plugged? You're not on count? There's two things that happen. You get plugged or you get plugged. You understand what I'm saying to you? You understand the difference though, right? One happens voluntarily and one happens involuntarily. You understand that? All right, that's a choice you want to make, man. If you like boys, you like boys.
You're 17. You know how to fight? Huh? Better than quick.
We're gonna go take you to a real lockup, okay? Not the thing you see on TV. And you're gonna go down to the county. That's a real thing. This ain't no joke. So either you get in touch with Daddy, or you're gone. He looks pretty scared. He tried to play in the tough role, you know, he's young and everything. So we finally let him know, well, somebody's gonna take the weight for what's ever found. It could be you, it's gonna be your uncle, it's gonna be somebody. Somebody in this house is going. Let's put the cuffs on him, put his ass in the car, let's go to jail. We'll talk to him downtown. It's that easy. Excuse me, I don't got time to deal with this. This is ridiculous. How many chances you gonna give him?
The target's son denies knowing where his father is, or even how to reach him. But when investigators scroll through his cell phone contacts, they find a number that comes up as Dad. The teenager claims that the number really belongs to his mother.
If she answers or not, if the dad answers or not, he's going, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure he gets a special place. That's where he's going.
As the teenager stalls for time, investigator Dimas Hernandez puts a call into the mother.
She only speaks Spanish there, Timo.
So, yo me llevo tu sobrino y tu hijo a cárcel. Porque yo encontré drogas aquí, cocaína.
And gets an answer that no one's expecting.
Wow.
It's after 9 p.m., and Cook County authorities are searching for the alleged leader of a dope ring on Chicago's northwest side. They've seized more than 20 grams of cocaine at his house, and they're ready to take his 17-year-old son to jail.
How old are you? You know what happens to 17-year-old boys in the county non-affiliated? Bad stuff. Let's put the cuffs on him, put his ass in the car, let's go to jail.
But first, they contact the mother, who seems unfazed that police have raided her home.
¿Y tu esposa, dónde está?
Well, there's probably 8 then.
Okay. ¿Y tu esposo, él vive aquí con usted? Oh, so él no se queda aquí, él más que pasa y te dejan dinero, ¿eh? So, las drogas que yo encontré en ese cuarto son tuyas? I asked her whose room this is. She goes, oh, all of us stay in there from time to time. She said, who's all of us? Me, my kids? So I told her, well, should I arrest all of you, including the kids? She goes, what for? For the drugs there in that room. She goes, what drugs?
Everybody's stupid today.
So she's not coming home, right?
No. She's taking care of some kids. Her niece and nephew.
Not her own kids, but...
Her niece and nephews, yeah, she ain't coming.
I mean, the thing is this. We can take whoever we want upstairs and charge whoever we want. Nothing's gonna stay. I mean, the drugs are in, you know, they're in there open. Doesn't matter. I mean, if our target was here, obviously that's one thing, but without a target being here, you know that. I mean, we can charge it, but it's gonna go to prelim and get tossed.
Yeah.
So, why even bother? We recover the drugs. You know, we recover the narcotics, and what we can do is we can call and try to get an arrest warrant for the old man.
So we're gonna let the uncle loose, right? We're gonna cut him loose?
Yeah.
Just so you know, that this wasn't a wasted effort on our part. We got some drugs out of your house. Now we're not saying they're yours, we're not saying any of that, but just so you know that the search warrant was for the house. Okay, so your house has been searched thoroughly. Okay, so you're gonna go back to a little bit of clutter, but it's not personal, this is business.
Yeah, I know.
You understand? When you're doing bad business, it's our business to handle our business. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Even though police don't take anyone in tonight, they can issue an arrest warrant for their missing target and wait to catch him another day.
They say the father allegedly doesn't really live there, but he's there all the time, so that didn't make sense either. And he shows up every day or every other day and drops them off $50, $100 a piece. So the father's got to be making some decent money. It seems like the kids are out to fend for themselves. And maybe the father thinks it's right or wrong if he's putting them in play with dealing the drugs, or maybe just trying to keep them happy with giving them some money here and there. And, you know, he feels his job is done. I don't know. But there's a right way and a wrong way to make your money.
Yeah, I'm at work now, boss. I got all his information.
Following last night's raid, investigators Carpenter and Sandoval will circle back to their informant Nico to thank him for his help. He's established trust on his first job, paving the way for more operations in the future. He's one of 20 confidential informants, or CIs, working on the outside for Carpenter and Sandoval.
I think guys get good at it, and they see the rewards in it, whether it be financial rewards or, you know, we've had CIs get picked up on a petty case. We make some phone calls, the case goes away. You got guys that make a living, informants that make a living, this is their job. And they know that they're gonna get a percentage of stuff that's recovered, so the bigger they get, the more they get.
You know, he's looking around for his safety, you know what I mean, because people are at him. He's looking to the left, to the right. See, he's flagging me down, right? Remember that house that you gave Demas?
All I know, he said plenty of coke, plenty of weight.
6 weeks after investigator Franco Doma took his informant Washington to identify dope houses, the sheriff's police zero in on one of those locations for a stakeout. They call in Washington to help them set up surveillance and plan an undercover sting.
The first house on the block. Is this one here? I think.
The target house is based in a notorious gang war zone called the Wild Hundreds. This area stretches from 100th Street to 130th Street on Chicago's South Side and is home to rival gangs like the Black P Stones, Vice Lords, and GDs. Washington claims that he's bought cocaine and premium-grade cannabis called Kush at the target residence.
Well, they 24 hours. They got 24 clockwork.
Yeah, I know, but to get into the house, we gotta buy it twice.
We got a search warrant.
To get the search warrant, we need to buy it 2 times.
Investigator Demas Hernandez will send an undercover officer to do 2 separate buys at the house, while he and other police conduct surveillance from afar. We rode along with one of the officers to watch the target location on a busy Thursday night.
All right, we're on 119th getting off right now.
All right, there's 2 people standing out. Police concerned on the block right now.
I'll have a good eye on it. I'm not even a block away, so. There's quite a few people out on the block, though. They're out on the porches, and it's not as quiet as we thought it was going to be.
A steady stream of customers arrives within minutes.
And we got a van, a minivan that pulled up, and we got another Cadillac pulling up behind that car. So stand by. All right, somebody in a red jacket just came out of the target house. Someone else is coming out. We got a lot of people coming in and out. Oh. You got it. All right, I got a car that just pulled in front of me occupied with 2 males. They're just sitting in the car right in front of me, looking the same way we're looking. I don't know why. And they're on the cell phone right now.
Gangs often employ their own counter surveillance to watch for cops near the drug houses.
I got some foot traffic on the block.
All right, I gotta get out of here. I got a guy walking up to us.
The block becomes too hot for us to stay, but an undercover officer makes 2 buys there without a problem. Investigators then debrief at a nearby location.
A lot of times when you have a house that's so busy, it's obviously it's a group effort, a gang effort, and so they'll put their counter surveillance out, they'll put their security out, and they're going to call out anybody that they see on the block, any cars that they usually don't see, they're going to call everything out. So that sounds like that's what this block is. It's a hot block.
Now that police have enough evidence for a search warrant, they get ready to launch a raid in the next 24 hours.
The target door is the white one. The one to the right is boarded up.
But they never see the curveball that's coming.
And they ain't got no one up here on their cover.
Police search warrant! Police search warrant!
That's just, it's a game. It's all it is, it's a game.
See, he's flagging me down, right? So you took a friend to this guy's residence.
They get a 3.5.
What's 3.5?
An 8-ball.
An 8-ball of cocaine?
6 weeks after investigator Doma and his informant Washington identified an alleged drug house, the sheriff's police conduct undercover buys there. 24 hours later, they prepare to execute a search warrant.
Our target house is with the blue porch. Our target door is the white one. The one to the right is boarded up.
It's a Friday night and the weather is unseasonably warm. Perfect conditions for big business at a high-rolling dope house.
Our informant was in there recently, and there was a weapon when he made a transaction.
The subject of the warrant is known to carry firearms, so the risk level is high. A 29-member team will storm the location. They're highly manned, but they won't have the element of surprise on their side.
There is lookouts in this area. We're all over.
They were on the street, and then allegedly there's supposed to be one up on that second floor. It's boarded up. He said he observed somebody on that window.
See you on the beach, kid.
See you on the ground.
Stay containment, guys. Make sure you guys watch your backgrounds and watch our backs as we approach that house. There's a lot of security people paying attention to everything that goes on over there.
Police search warrant! Police search warrant!
The HBT team breaches the property from the back.
Police search warrant!
Secondaries.
HBT coming out!
Coming out.
Police quickly secure a mostly empty house. They find only 2 people inside.
Check your safety. Check your safety.
And catch another man running outside with over $1,000 in his pockets. He has no drugs or weapons on him though, and no outstanding warrants. The street is otherwise quiet, and eerily so. As investigators search the property for evidence, a troubling reality sets in. Not only is their target not home, they're unable to find the narcotics or guns they'd been expecting. What seemed like a slam dunk case the night before has taken a nosedive.
Like I told you, I ain't on no bullshit with you. I ain't on no bullshit with you. I've been keeping it real since I've been told you. I went to the store, I got my drink, and I got my ticket. I ain't no hype. Every now and then I do hit the hooter. But I'm gonna smoke every motherfucking thing. I'm not leaving shit for nobody.
But there's residue.
Okay, but I have no knowledge of that, sir.
The individuals removed from the house have nothing on them either, so police let them go.
There was a bunch of them right here in the middle of the street. As soon as we turned the corner, we came down, they knew right away.
It's odd that no one's in there. It's odd that nothing's in there, but baggies everywhere, scales that just yesterday, this place was like Grand Central Station.
One of the investigators got information from the neighbors that about 20 minutes before we came here, they were running out of the house with bags and all getting in their cars and leaving. Well, assuming that information is correct, I mean, anything. I mean, it could be our informant tipped them off. I mean, it's a possibility.
Not much to show. I mean, they left behind some scales and packaging. That's about it. Somehow they got tipped off. I don't know how.
Nothing is clear about how the sting operation got compromised. It could be that counter surveillance spotted the cops last night, or that lookouts saw the police caravan coming off the expressway, or the informant Washington double-crossed his handlers.
I want to say no. I hope it wasn't. I want to say no. I mean, he's been very reliable for the past year and a half that we've been using him. I mean, I'll get a chance to talk to him over the weekend and see what he says.
We can sit here and speculate for the next hour what happened or where everyone went and what went wrong. It's a game. It's all it is. It's a game. But it still pisses you off when you don't get shit. It still does, no matter what.